News, your one-stop shop for what's been happening in the world of Etsy this week. And surprisingly, there's actually quite a lot. Etsy have been making little changes here and there. And there's also some hints at some bigger things, which we'll talk about at the end. But let's dig right into this. So, buyers can now request videos. I haven't seen this, but a lot of people have told me about this. If you're on Etsy and you click on a listing and it doesn't have a video, you can request to the seller that you want a video. So this listing doesn't have a video yet. You can send them a message to say, hey, give me a video. This is weird. However, I suppose Etsy's been telling sellers that they believe videos are good, that they believe that they've seen that customers are more likely to buy from certain things if there's a video because it helps them see more of the item. And obviously sellers are absolutely ignoring that. So they think, well, what happens if the buyers tell them that they want a video? So it's interesting. Where I'm more sort of ears up, what I'm going to talk about at the end that will go into more details in the coming weeks is Josh Silverman's been doing some webcasts, and he has mentioned talking about a TikTok style algorithm so that people, rather than searching for things, Etsy just shows them the things they want to buy. And my ears are pricking up constantly going, this has to be the Etsy Explore, the video thing. So, why else would Etsy be pushing so hard to get actual buyers to tell sellers to stick a video on it? Etsy wants videos. Whether you want to go with that or not, but I'm definitely going to say it doesn't hurt to try and make some videos, even if it's just a slide collage of your pictures. You can make videos. This one, definitely not good. Etsy's checking in with customers. Now, I know. Okay, let's read through this. So, let us know if you got your orders. We're checking in to see if you received the item you recently purchased from. Obviously, it says the shop. Estimated delivery date was the 1st of June. Yes, I got it. Not yet. Your feedback helps us track orders more accurately and create a better experience for all shoppers. Etsy. Seriously bugging customers to find out if you're estimating time for delivery is working is just so annoying. And what happens with this is if the post was running on time, but basically we know these estimated delivery dates are too tight. They're taking in the lowest of your processing times and the lowest of the shipping times. So if you post in the middle of your processing times and your shipping company takes the middle, then this customer's going to get this message saying your estimated delivery was June the 1st, or whatever date, we're past June the 1st now. Your estimated delivery was this date, and the customer's going to say, oh, my item's really late and Etsy's messaging me about it. There must be a problem. And the customer's going to get angry. They're not going to go, oh, Etsy's trying to sort out its system. They're going to say, I was promised this item and it's not here yet. So I get it, Etsy. You believe that customers want to know when their items are turning up. That's fair enough. But over-promising and under-delivering on the behalf of sellers without us having much control over this, really, really not cool. And when I say not having much control over this, for US sellers, Etsy are, even if you're shipping faster than you say they will, they're estimating a faster time and ignoring your processing times. Okay, here's one. Updates aren't working. The Etsy seller app. Often when people are logging in this week, it's saying you're using an older version of the Etsy seller app and an update's required. And when you tried to update, it wasn't updating. Can't install the Etsy seller app. This happened to me a bunch of times and a load of people. Now, what worked for me and a lot of people has when we went and checked the old orange Sell on Etsy app, if that was still on your phone, you had to delete that and then the update worked. I'm also hearing from a number of people, they deleted it and the update still wasn't working, but it was, the old app was still sort of on their device. It hadn't fully deleted. So clear cache, do whatever you need to do. It's on a phone. I don't know how to do everything on a phone, but you need to make sure the old Sell on Etsy app is definitely gone. If you're 100% sure that that's all clean and everything, then go quietly shout at Etsy, because it is an absolute pain when you try and open the app and you're trying to do something. It says update and you go, okay, update. Nope. Okay, understood. Update. And you're just in a loop of you can't look at anything because it wants you to update. Okay, Etsy have started doing this again. I'm not happy. What is this? I'll do the history first, because the history is even worse. Just over a year ago, there was a huge scandal with the payment reserves. Etsy had upped and upped and upped this. Now, I understand the payment reserves is for certain sellers that Etsy was deeming high risk. They can put a hold on, a reserve on your payment. If you get a sale, they'll keep a portion of it behind just to deal with any issues. It makes sense. It's horrible, but it makes sense. But they were reserving 75% or more of all the money these sellers were making. So a seller could have an order and not have any money to buy the materials they needed to create the order, if it was, say, a custom order. So this was really terrible. And at the same time, Etsy rolled out an offer for loans. Now, it's through Ulend. It's an Etsy vendor. Is Etsy getting a cut from this? Quite possibly. But this Ulend, this Etsy loans thing, now apparently this is common with other sites. I think Shopify does it. But other places give you the option for a loan, so you can have some working capital. I think, yeah, PayPal's even offering me that all the time. So you can have some working capital to build up your business. Sounds great, but on a couple of levels are very bad. Firstly, a number of the people on the payment reserve were getting the offer for this, which is insulting, to be frankly honest. Etsy was keeping their money, so the reason they couldn't afford to run their business properly was because they weren't getting the money that they were owed, and then they were being offered a loan. Now this, by the sounds of it, it was just being offered like a test thing to some random people, but too many of them were on the Etsy reserve. I assume it's for newer shops anyway, because if you had an existing shop that's doing fantastically well, you probably shouldn't need a loan if it was doing really well. So that caused the massive amount of controversy. That's dodgy. Etsy, by its actions, was causing people to need a loan by withholding their money and then offering them a loan. It's not good metrics anyway. We'll leave it at that. But now it's coming out again. They're offering it to people again. Shop like yours have been pre-qualified for financing from Ulend, an Etsy vendor, to help you reach your shop goals. Some people love it. Some people, it really helped them on the other sites that it's there. Me personally, I'm not overly happy with it, because the people who are struggling, there is so many people come to Etsy with not really a whole lot of idea of business knowledge, which is fair enough. The whole point of Etsy was supposed to be a place for crafters to sell their craft, so we weren't supposed to be business savvy. A lot of people on Etsy are older and not necessarily so technologically advanced and everything else. And as we know, the vast majority of sellers on Etsy aren't selling. They're definitely not making enough money to cover their expenses even. So offering a loan, now we have seen there's some people that every time Etsy suggests something, they just accept it. Add free shipping, do this offer, have the sales. Everything that pops up, they're like, yes, I have to do this, I have to do this. So a pop-up for a loan, yes, I have to do this. But the problem is, it's very likely that a large number of the people who qualify for the loan will never be making enough money from Etsy to pay off the loan. So I'm really, really against people going into debt on the hope that their Etsy shop's going to do well when they don't have the business savvy, and most of us don't have the business savvy. If I was offered this, it took me years to get my Etsy shop to a place where it was making good money, and it's struggling again now. But thankfully I have other sources of income. But people just starting out, and they see the, quit your day job post, the people saying they make hundreds and thousands of sales and stuff. So they think that they're going to do well as well. And they're probably not. And they take out a loan, and they were probably desperate when they opened an Etsy shop in the first place. Let me know what you think. I don't want to rant about that forever, but that does annoy me. AI review roundup. I don't hate this at all. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen lots of people posting about it. So when someone looks at a listing in your shop, what they might see is an AI roundup of what your reviews are on the thing. I kind of like it. It's the AI looks at all the reviews and goes, oh, customers are loving the speedy shipping and the quality of the item, but some have said this might be a problem or something. Now, people are mad at it because the AI brings up things like people are loving the free gifts, and they're going, what's a surprise free gift? Yeah, but if people are looking at your reviews, the AI's only found this from your reviews, so it's public knowledge anyway. So I don't hate this. Look, we know buyers are lazy. We all are. You don't want to scroll through hundreds and hundreds of reviews. So an AI roundup saying most people are saying this and some people are saying this. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't realise that Etsy was going to do this. It's fairly obvious. I've seen a whole load of tools doing things like this. Yeah. Let me know what you think. I don't hate it. Okay, I got a message about this the other day. Thank you to the person who sent this, and I said I would let you know. What they said is it's a shop that they're barely active on, and they have other shops. They're barely active on this shop, and they got a message saying, "Oh, Etsy started promoting your listings. Your Etsy ads are turned on." And they're like, you what? Thankfully, this is the Etsy promoted listings, not the offsite ads, which you should check. And if you're a new shop and you didn't realise, offsite ads will be turned on automatically. I think they're a good thing. However, if you're not aware of it, you could get a nasty surprise. But the Etsy on-site ads, what were the promoted listings, it seems they were automatically turned on for her. Thankfully, none of her listings were included in this. You can turn listings on and off individually, and all the individual listings were turned off, but the ads were still turned on. So check and see if, I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever else, check and see what's going on there. Okay, final thing. Now, I don't want to talk about this too much in this Etsy news. I'm going to break it down over the next week because there's a lot of things going on here that I want to, every time I'm thinking about them, I'm thinking up new thoughts about them, basically. But in the Bernstein and the JP Morgan annual conferences, Josh Silverman was speaking, and he said a lot of things. He spoke for an hour. There's certain things, what I got tagged in the first place that people thought I'd already spoke about, but I haven't. Is Etsy going to show us our listing quality score? Yes, but I'm going to talk about this in depth. There's other things. How Etsy search is going to be changing is kind of exciting. I should have that video out on Monday or Tuesday. I've already spoke about that one. And also one that, I'm having to deep dive and think about in depth. Etsy is going to be changing the Etsy algorithm and making it slightly worse. I have a lot of thoughts on that, but you can check out the Bernstein 40th Annual Strategic Decisions Conference or the JP Morgan Global Technology Media and Communications Conference. You can get a playback of either of them. But I am breaking it down. I recorded the whole thing. I'm going through it blow by blow and really digging into it rather than I didn't want to just sit down and react to it live, because quite a lot of it needs thinking about. It's like, what did he actually mean when he said what he said there? So that's super interesting. But yeah, if that's something you're interested in, check out the webcasts and also subscribe to this channel, please. And I'll be covering that in the up and coming week. But thank you so much for everyone who's contacted me about things that have been happening in Etsy. I love your feedback on all of this. If I've forgotten anything, let me know in the comments, and check out the comments to see if anybody's talking about anything that you had thought I should be mentioning this week. But as ever, thank you so much for joining me. I enjoy keeping my finger on the pulse of Etsy news, and well, I'll see you in a couple of days.